Harley Benton strikes back. Great electric guitars have never been more affordable, and Harley Benton just declared war on the competition. But can they hold the throne with what's in this box right here, or is it just another disappointment like their active line? Last week, I dropped a video here on Spectre Sounds about the new SBS series from Guitar Fetish, where I detailed how they offer free shipping in the US and will even cover return shipping for Americans because, that's how a company's supposed to operate in 2025. And of course, this caused a meltdown over at Harley Benton. I imagine their reaction went something like this.
Better than Harley Benton? Heinrich, have you seen this video? This cannot be. Nein! Scheiße!
Now, at first I thought Harley Benton was scrambling to react, but it turns out they actually already had a US-based reverb store. Who'd have thunk it? The problem here was they made it so ridiculously difficult to find that unless you manually change your settings on Reverb's site, you'd never even know it existed. That's right, if you're browsing from Canada, Harley Benton's genius idea was to make the entire US store completely empty to you. Because why would a global company want their customers to actually find their products? Seriously, maybe they should make it easier instead of expecting people to go on a fucking scavenger hunt just to see what's available. But hey, poor website design aside, this actually kind of makes sense. Harley Benton finally realized that nobody enjoys waiting weeks for a guitar to be shipped across the Atlantic like it's part of a medieval spice trade. So now they've got stock in the US. No bullshit, no import fees, no slow ass shipping, and even free returns. And they're doing all of this through Reverb. The same company that heroically saved the world by banning the pussy melter pedal a few years ago, because that was clearly the biggest threat to humanity. Gotta love that self-righteous hypocrisy. They'll ban a joke pedal name, but they've got zero problems letting people scalp dumbles for 6 figures. And to be fair to Harley Benton, apparently they did fix the grounding issue on the active series. Shocker. But word to wise, it's never a good idea to coat your guitar's hardware in paint so thick it acts as an electrical insulator. According to Harley Benton, that issue is fixed, and I can only hope they fix the horrible fretwork while they were at it, because those guitars came with the absolute worst fretwork I have ever seen come out of a factory. Remember guys, I review guitars as they are sent, so if you don't want a bad review, do some fucking quality control before you let it out the door. Yes, I am looking at you, Gibson USA. Now as a Canadian, naturally I can't get anything shipped from Harley Benton's Reverb shop shipped to Canada because, that might be convenient. Hey, fuck you, Canada! But I live on the US-Canada border. Detroit is just 20 minutes away from my house, and I happen to have a mailbox in downtown Detroit for exactly this kind of situation. So when I saw the new Harley Benton ST Modern Plus guitars, I thought, cool, that's a metal Strat if I've ever seen one. And at only $347 US, that puts it right in the same price range as the Guitar Fetish model I just reviewed. Let's grab one of these and see who reigns supreme. Except they don't actually have any of these in the US Reverb store. What the actual fuck? The one guitar I want, that I really, really want, the one that would be perfect to showcase this new US-based shipping, isn't even in the fucking store. Fuck's sakes! It's time for a stealth buy. Now, one of the big complaints I've gotten on the show over the years is, Harley Benton always sends you their best stuff. You don't get what normal people get. And that's why I do this series. I don't want the VIP experience. I don't want the influencer experience. I want the normal person experience. I want to see what you're going to get for your hard-earned money. So we're gonna pull the trigger right now and order this thing. Today is February the 24th. Let's see how long it takes for this guitar to arrive. And more importantly, what kind of import fees I'm going to have to pay courtesy the Canadian government. Yeah, thanks, Justin. And just like that, the guitar arrived in only 4 days. I don't know how the hell this happened, but damn, that is impressive. The last stealth buy I did, which was the Harley Benton Vertical 2x12, took 26 fucking days to show up. Mostly because it got stuck in Canada Customs so they could play a round of Mother May I with my cabinet. Yeah, that's not frustrating at all. Anyway, I went with the DHL Express shipping option this time and was able to pay all the import fees and taxes online as part of the shipping. That really sped things up, so kudos to DHL for getting their shit together on this. Because this is an international show, I'm going to try to break down all the costs, fees, and attempts to bleed you dry in several currencies. Now, there is some math involved, so drummers, please have your mom help you out with this next part. Okay, so here's the cost breakdown. Initial cost is 335 euros, which is 349 US dollars, or 499 Canadian. Yay, Canadian dollar buying power! Now, if they were smart and actually had this available in the US Reverb shop, we could stop right there. But no, we can't have that. That would be way too convenient and way too competitive with what you can get from Guitar Fetish in the US right now. So if you're in the US or Canada, it's time to drop your pants because this is the part where you, the consumer, get screwed. The cheapest shipping option was DHL Express, which cost 57 euros, and that translates to 60 US dollars or 85 Canadian. But here's the good part. In the US, most packages have to be over a value of $800 before they're charged duties. So you could definitely order a few of these without any nasty surprises once the guitar shows up. Now here's the final cost by region. In the EU, you're looking at 335 euros with free shipping. In the US, it's 407 US dollars because somebody thought it was a great idea to leave this out of the Reverb shop. And in Canada, 703 Canadian dollars. Jeez, usually I like a kiss before I get fucked. But here's the biggest piss off. If you're not in the EU and you get a dud, you're on the hook for return shipping. Let me say that again. You have to pay out of pocket to return the guitar if you don't like it. Now, I reached out to the Harley Benton guys and asked if you'd be able to ship it back to the US-based warehouse instead, but they said, "Nein, because the guitar was purchased at the German store, it must be returned there." Now, from a business standpoint, I get it, but from a consumer standpoint, I gotta say, Harley Benton, this is exactly what I mean by playing Russian roulette with your wallet. Nobody wants to be on the hook for return shipping. So either make this guitar available in your US Reverb shop, or at least allow US consumers to return guitars to the US warehouse. This is a great opportunity for you to fix a major sticking point with your customers. Harley Benton, step up your game. All right, that aside, what exactly are we getting for all that money? Let's check it out. Wow! All right, I am actually blown away. This isn't just a good guitar, this is a great guitar. And the hallmark of superior guitars? You guessed it, tone wood. Wow, just listen to that. Now, Harley Benton wisely chose alder for the body because it has the perfect balance of lows, mids, and highs. Remember, kids, it's scientifically proven that Leo Fender, in his infinite wisdom, chose alder for the original Stratocaster not because it was cheap and available in California, but because it had the perfectly balanced tone of the gods. But the real secret to great guitar tone? The hands. Because that's how you truly unlock the power of tone wood. Just listen to this. Wow. And yet, see if you can follow me on this, somehow it sounds completely different when I plug it in. Weird, right? We interrupt this video to bring you a Spectre Sound special report. Breaking live at the Spectre Sound news desk. Guitar tone might depend on more than just wrist flicks. Scientists baffled, details at 11. And now back to our regularly scheduled video. Now, this guitar caught my eye mainly because it's a Strat copy with humbuckers. I've never been a huge fan of single coils in the bridge, and yes, in a blind test, people can tell a humbucker from a single coil. But that's it. No matter what, the pickup marketing BS will try and sell you. And I grew up on Priest and Maiden. Glenn Tipton and Dave Murray both played Strats with humbuckers. Breaking the Law and the Trooper, humbucker Strats. So adding one of these to my arsenal? Oh, hell yes. And I'm sure Harley Benton's marketing team is seething right now. Stop calling it the Strat! And this, my friend, is why I do stealth buy, so I can say whatever the fuck I want without corporate interference. You get a real review and a real opinion, and my only agenda is helping you make the right buying choice because I don't want you to throw your money away. Oh yeah, it's also got a coil tab, whatever the hell you want to call it, push thing to get this thing into single coil mode. Lovely. All right, let's cut the crap and get to the Spectre Sound 5-star breakdown. So for packaging, I'm gonna give this 3 stars. Now there's no hard shell case, but that's not exactly surprising at this price point. For way of comparison there, the Guitar Fetish guitar review there a couple weeks ago, that came with a hard shell case, but it was like an extra $106. So yeah, we're definitely on the right track as far as pricing goes. But they did not cheap out on the protection. This guitar arrived double boxed, bubble wrapped, and even wrapped in cloth, which was a very nice touch. The outer box took a couple of hits in transit, but this guitar came out completely unscathed. I've got no complaints about how it got here in one piece. Setup, 5 stars. Perfect, absolutely perfect. I unboxed it, tuned it up, and it was ready to go. No tweaks needed. The action's low, but it's not choking out. The intonation is absolutely spot on, and there's no major fret buzz anywhere on this neck. And that's not something I say lightly because I've had way more expensive guitars show up with mile-high action, loose truss rods, or intonation that's way off. The fact that this guitar arrived playing beautifully straight out of the box is seriously impressive. Whoever set this up at the Tobin shop knew what the hell they were doing, which is not something I can say for every company. If every single Harley Benton came like this, they would dominate the entry-level market. Components, 4 stars. Locking tuners at this price point, I mean, like, check these out. That is a huge win. Now the bridge, it looks way better in real life than it does in the pictures. I was actually kind of scared about this, but when I got it, it's solid, comfortable, and there's no weird edges digging into the hands. And the pickups, wires around magnets, just like every other pickup. The electronics, no weird buzzing, scratchy pots, or any grounding issues unlike the Harley Benton Active series. And the fact that we can tweak the truss rod with a wheel here at the base of the neck, I really love that feature too. I wish more guitars would come like that. It's just way easier than pulling a cover off and, you know, having to get out the Allen keys and whatnot. Really, all you need is, you know, this weird stick and you just make an adjustment. It's a great way to work. Now, even though all of these features are super impressive for the price, I have to dock a star because 2 of the tuners up here were super stiff. That's probably a minor adjustment. Maybe there's a bit too much tension on the screws. Maybe I have to pull the back off the locking tuners and just put in a tiny bit of oil. But I review guitars for how they arrive, not for how I can fix them. That's going to be a different series. If the tuners weren't so stiff, this would have been an absolute home run. Fit and finish, 5 stars. Flawless. No scratches, no dings, no factory defects, no nothing. And believe me, I looked all over the place. I couldn't find anything. And the fretwork, perfect. No sharp edges, there's no uneven frets, and no high spots, something that even major brands screw up all the time. I've seen guitars at 3 times the price of this with rough fret ends or lazy sanding jobs, but this, absolutely no issues at all. The paint is also spotless. Hey Gibson, I hope you're taking notes. Overall, this guitar gets 4.25 stars. I am utterly blown away. The ST Modern Plus has exceeded all expectations and just might be the best guitar in its class. At only $345 US, you'd be hard pressed to find something better without spending a whole lot more. It's not perfect. The stiff tuners were a bit of a bummer, but if Harley Benton can dial in the quality control just a tiny bit more, they would have an unbeatable budget guitar. I've reviewed a lot of Harley Bentons on this show. The Amarocks were great, the Fusion series was great, the Goto series was a cut above. But this, forget setting a new bar. This guitar launches it into orbit and nukes it from space. I just cannot understand for the life of me why the hell it's not available in the US Reverb store. Hey Harley Benton, wake the fuck up! You got a winner on your hands. Maybe just make it available to the people who actually want to buy it without having to go through all the shipping bullshit. I know, crazy idea. My favorite guitar for under 500 bucks has got to be the Harley Benton Go-To SG Impellum Blue. It's been on the show a million times. And the Guitar Fetish SS265 that I demoed very recently is pretty much tied with it. Both are excellent choices that are reliable, that won't break the bank. But this humbucker Strat clone, damn. This one is just fucking unreal. This doesn't just compete with other bargain bin guitars. This gives my Fender American Ultra a serious run for the money. No, that is not an exaggeration. If I were Fender, I would be fucking terrified right now because Harley Benton just fired a warning shot. And ultimately, the winner in this fight is gonna be you, the consumer. God damn it. That didn't fucking move. Actually already had a US-based. Now, as it turns out, fuck! Oh, fuck's sakes, that's totally not in sync. Okay. Yes, yes, fuck! The hell happened? Whoops. Ooh, do the fucking, do the fight thing, you know, the video game fight thing. I forget what that was. That was Street Fighter or whatever. Oh, fight! Yeah, do that. That'd be great right there.